Hey, today I want to talk about the basics. How do we pick our Bible? What version of the Bible we should be reading? So let's get into it. The first thing I actually would recommend is the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. This Bible is amazing because of just the amount of information that you get. It's a beautiful resource. You know, you have topical studies, word studies, historical information in this Bible that really allows you to kind of go deeper into your understanding. And that's one of the main issues I find is that as new Christians try to read the scriptures, there's a lot of just information that they don't have, that they feel a little bit, scared of even trying to go online, trust online to find, what is good, what is reputable, what is, authenticated. What I like about this Bible is that it's a full Bible, but along with that, it gives you a lot of additional trusted resources and information that help you. So say, for example, you want to, study a little bit about love while you're reading the Bible. You can go to the back, find the word love in the word study section, and then just see all of the different scriptures where love is mentioned all throughout the scriptures, and then, do a bit of a word study that way. Say if you want to study about a character, say you're like, I really want to dive into the person of Moses. You actually are able to do that because it gives you those, resources. And so I would highly recommend the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. But along with that, going to our next segment, what version of the Bible should you read? For new Christians, I always recommend the NIV. Now, this is the ESV just because that's the version I could find online. But they have the NIV in the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, and I would highly recommend that one because the NIV I find is the easiest version to understand in our English language. I've seen it not only throughout, younger kids and teenagers, and then just being, very simple to grasp, but also multicultural. I've seen other cultures where English is their second language, but they want to read the Bible in English, that the NIV is just, you're able to understand what's going on. It's not a perfect version by any means, but it is, really close, and it helps people understand it in our 21st century culture. And so I would recommend the NIV. I would recommend the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. But then to go along with those two things, what I would also recommend is commentaries. These are books that you get of scholars who've written, about a certain book or a certain passage or passages that give their commentary on it. And there are two main commentaries that I would highly recommend. So the first Bible commentary that I would recommend is called the IVP Bible Background Commentary by one of my favorite authors, Craig Keener. He's a scholar, and he is just amazing when it comes to writing and the kind of, thoughts that he gives, the study that he's able to insightfully write down to kind of come alongside the scriptures. In my opinion, really helps when you are a new reader of the Bible, trying to understand what's going on historically, what's going on situationally, what's going on, needing some information so that you can kind of grasp what the Bible is really trying to say. Along with that, I also recommend Halley's Bible Handbook. This one is actually amazing. It's a little bit more of a synopsis of different books rather than more of a in-depth commentary, but this is really good for beginners as well. And so I'd highly recommend Halley's Bible Handbook. This one's in the King James Version. I'm not sure if they have other versions, but regardless, you'll have your Bible alongside with this, and when you have a question, you can kind of go to a certain section. You can understand what topics you're gonna get from different books of the Bible, themes that come out, important historical facts as well, and so that's really good as well. And then last but not least, if you are like, I'm a little bit more on the middle to higher level, I'm a little bit more of an expert Bible reader, so to speak, where I've been reading my Bible for a few years and I need something to kind of help me along a little bit more, I would highly recommend, this is a bit more of an expensive purchase, I would highly recommend the NIVAC commentary. So it's the NIV application commentary of the Bible. That one is profound. Each book have multiple scholars that have gone deep into describing what each book of the Bible is about and really giving in-depth. It's a lot of reading, a very scholarly work. And so if you are like, I, want to get into that stuff, I want, real, meat and potatoes, so to speak, that's where you want to go. So the NIV AC is really good. So I would highly recommend those commentaries and books to kind of help support your regular Bible reading. Additionally, to supplement your Bible reading, I do recommend a few things. One, I think it's really smart to have a journal or like a paper and pen that you can document the things that you're reading. The reason why is because they say if you write down things that you are learning after you've read them, you're more likely to retain that information. And so I'd recommend, writing down some of the things that you are learning as you're reading it. I would recommend memorizing some of the things that you are reading so that you can also remember it. And I also find that highlighting things, underlining things, writing down questions in your journal actually help the process of reflection. And so with this Bible, the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, with the version, the NIV version, with some of these commentaries, one or maybe multiple of those, and even just with the supplemental support of journaling and highlighting while reading your Bible, I think you really curate a beautiful space where you can feel well equipped walking into your study time, walking into your devotional time. And you're not going to walk out of there feeling like, I read, but I don't know what I read, or I just was confused. And of course, talk to your local pastor to help you, understand things if you're struggling with them. But what I would suggest is that you start with some of these, recommendations that I've given you. And I bet that you actually will feel a lot more supported in your Bible reading. I hope this encourages you. I hope this blesses you. If this helped, let me know and I will make more videos like this. Have a great week.